Day 29 of 40 days in the wilderness.
Ben with Super Pump Podcast. We are at the base camp, or not even a camp, but the base of the trail for Kilimanjaro. We are on the Lamoshu route today, and we have not had a good start. Last night, we stayed overnight in a place that had water issues, it had internet issues, and it had laundry issues. Let me extrapolate on that a little bit. We had 16 hours between trekking safari and between the start of this Kilimanjaro hike. One of the things is we needed to wash all our clothes so that we had clean clothes for the trek or the hike. The hotel assured us that they would certainly be able to do that in the amount of time we were there. We got there and then they took the clothes. When I got up this morning, about, 2 hours before we were to leave, all the clothes were on the line soaking wet. They had been hand washed, so they didn't even go through a spin cycle. They were absolutely just drippy. That was a problem. Then water was a problem in the sense that we didn't have hot showers, but that's more just a comfort issue. But the other problem was there was no drinking water. We were down in this river valley, so we were so parched. Already today I've drank 5 of these on the bus ride up here, and I still feel a little dehydrated. I'm going to continue to drink those. And the third thing is there was no internet. That was our time, that 16 hours to check in with my wife at home, who's been worried about us tracking lions in the Serengeti and then going up on Kilimanjaro. We were going to check in and assure her that everything was good, but barely had any cell service. Just did a very quick text letting her know we're good. We just have hit a couple of hiccups. That's how the day started out. And the guides arrived almost an hour early to our hotel. We weren't ready, obviously, because our clothes weren't dry. And then they went up to our room and went through our stuff, basically saying, can't take that, too heavy, too heavy. We'd gotten this massive list of all these things we needed. About a third of it is on the bus back down to some office for the next 8 days. So much for that. Anyway, we are here now. We are excited. Today we're going to do about 6 kilometers, about 3,000 feet of elevation, which should be a pretty easy primer. I've got a little bit of a headache, which concerns me. I think it's the dehydration from not drinking for almost 24 hours because we were in a bad spot. I'm hoping that as I get rehydrated, that's going to subside. But right now it is a bit of a concern. This is really fun, and there are so many people. I was kind of expecting a more remote. I was surprised even this morning when the crew rolled up, it was 18 people on the bus. So we had 12 porters, we had a driver, we had a head guide, an assistant guide, a cook, and then the 2 of us, my son Robert and I. So 18 people on a bus to get these 2 dumb Americans up to the top. We also realized all these people have really awesome gear, and I want to show you my son's backpack. This is literally a school bag. It looks like TCU here, and a $20 JanSport backpack. I think he's had that since high school. He's got that, and I've got my crappy little backpack there. Everybody else has these amazing backpacks that you can tie up your poles on them. You see our poles laying there. We're trying to figure out how the heck we're going to hold on to our poles on the way up the mountain. But good news is I think we're pretty darn fit, and mentally we're very strong. I'm hoping that powers us through, because it's certainly not going to be because of our fancy LL Bean and REI equipment, because we are definitely going on a poor man's Kilimanjaro budget with our gear. These are the last time you will see plastic bottles. These are not allowed up on the mountain, which is really great for the environment because you don't want all of this mountain littered with these. We're going to drink these down, which hopefully will help with the headache, and we will be on our way up the mountain. Thanks for joining me today, and we will give you an update tomorrow.
If you've ever dreamed of pressing pause and rediscovering what makes your heart sing, I invite you to follow along on our YouTube channel or on Super Pumped Life on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. I'll be posting every day, not only a podcast, but updates, stories, bonus coverage, and reflections through this Super Pumped adventure. If you're one of our awesome audio-only listeners, I would encourage you to go over to YouTube to see the incredible video footage of all that is going on in this 40-day Super Pumped adventure in the wilderness. Thanks for joining me today, and I will see you tomorrow.